Boot blacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather? I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher, and
I thought witches defend men from monsters.
need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it?
Goodness! How I will break your legs! Vagrant! Teach!
Circle him! Circle him! All together! On three!
Shit.
Heck, love it!
It's not allowed, that kind of beating. Feast is over.
Not good.
That's John!
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard.
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh. I see. That's the Dutch. You'll come with us. Some time in it. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah?
Splendidly. That's how. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the...
Bit about the mud's true?
I've got to make a leap, so... What?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a
Oh, wait! Before we get...
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no book... So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say... 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me.
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine.
Got it.
I shed things...
All right.
It's not quite... Ah. 1,000 thanks. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know...
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up this...
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis, the air. Young man, You see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And
But you won't hurt him, will you?
in point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port.
Worth checking. Might
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go?
Thank you. Perhaps later.
handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. A storm, damn it. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you."
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. This his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a...
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef kill.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he...
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario when a so...
Dettlaff have trouble letting go?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled? Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do.
He's prepared to kill. That...
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still haven't... Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter, all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with.
Astute.
It's not one of your
Precisely. The plot.
Just a hypothesis.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot.
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better...
Fine.
So be it. We'll await you...
Places, I call
Here's some free advice, Witchman. The gods for no reason to live to spite others.
Witcher or not, you've still to bust your bum.
And what?
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You are...
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast...
We sent you after a month.
Situation's not quite that simple.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer?
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And Buckthorn? When I was a child...
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, 'cause only a...
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace...
Go ahead. Send them to their...
To a lone witcher, perhaps.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in...
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall what?
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes. The west bank of the Sarre Tour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint-Réal. Never heard of...
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. We must ride to Castel Ravello.
Wait. Your Grace wants to...
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal high...
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish... For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol.
Yes, Your Grace.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don some...
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Hunters have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Help! Save us!
for you. We'd have been done
You
for.
were fortunate we happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabrizio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but the wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you...
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you... Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main...
I shall find it.
Of course, Your...
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master Fabrizio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here. San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sangria? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who do you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve...
This man's name?
He never revealed.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that I had hauled the barrel there.
That's it? At the
that is to say, a few days...
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Cintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say.
See no reason to wait.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet up.
Fine. When the hand...
our favorite vintner.
It's not him.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I...
True, you are not. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. Let us go to her grace.
Not at all surprised.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels.
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope up.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he... The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where did...
Who hired you?
He'll kill me!
Oughta be worried about me right now.
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen... That's what they said, that we were... I don't know anything else.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else...
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Centrion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centrion, whether or not he's responsible for... Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centurion accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could... On the Centurion's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be...
The same. We went to her home. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centurion gentleman tonight.
The Mandragora.
A club. An affiliation of local artists.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique. Consciously, I think. Behave. All arrive in elaborate masks.
Gotta nab the Centurion.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall get...
Out of the question. If the Centurion truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire.
Welcome to the capital of Tucson. I should double the patrols, just in case.
just...
I'm more...
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir. Is an art which you... Ah.
All just...
I'm...
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they would...
Likely because they imagine it oh so very... The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken Arat...
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapon. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly
Tell us about these
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present The first was a concert by Cecilia Bellont, a
Shame. You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to...
Visual illusions.
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the...
We were really
You are admirers, I surmise.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Put your own house in order first.
Please do not disturb. One false move could prove ruinous to the entire community.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you another art?
Silence.
Please do not disturb us, folks. One false move could prove ruinous to the entire
Or a deeply internalized fear of details.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
It's obvious. It represents in its purest form. Not a landscape you can. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism.
Come, let's look in the alcove.
It must be something. You look to me an artist of immense talent.
I do hope this one concludes this painting. It's rather... It's very...
This is ignoramus. Let's go. Your boards has made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor for the constant struggle for power and influence.
You must throw off the magic.
What else do they do? If they can't agree, cut the line.
No, I didn't.
Just struggle.
Color is the shadow of liberations on nature and existence. It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning. Besides, how not heard your lips?
Have I not heard? It's on everyone's lips. For please leave. This is a private alcove. Outrage.
Cecilia Lemershire.
She ought to be in one of the alcoves.
Good health to you.
But are you sure?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you seek someone? Exceptional.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has...
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamber...
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend... I've always longed to paint her.
I think you may still get your chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I can't... Blah, blah, blah. I found pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things, coin and copulation.
Where are you?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
because the right cuff seems somewhat tired to me.
It's fine. Relax. Master Hugo is a
But are you sure?
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Hit of fist tech. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Needs I remind you, it's neither did you.
It's like great.
The Great One. Why, he's the breakfast of champions.
That's to say, the other one. His brother.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry,
How can you be so sure?
brother dearest.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can...
Of course.
Looking for Cecilia Belland.
She's in her dressing room. Where she went.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered. The Blackbeard peep.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert or...
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go...
Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Bloody handprint. Must be pretty strong, too. It's his. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Must have climbed this ladder. Footprints, made by soiled boots. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Bloodstains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. but I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but...
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter.
Duntine. Remember the place.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those... Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, word gets out he, failed in his attempt.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about.
Forgive me.
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victim...
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end...
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was... cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Sienna is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's...
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis.
Curious. It seems opposites really...
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Oriana.
I met her years ago, before I met you, and...
But I shall tell you all.
Now listen close. Managed...
That's splendid news.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be...
Do you mean to say your task now is...
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detloff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
You have exceptional friends.
Don't know him too well.
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive. Sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to...
Neither did I. But I have... I've decided my guardsmen will support... It stands along this. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you.
My head for spinning after last night.
What will the morrow bring?
Statues come to life to slaughter members of the History of Toussaint Friends Society. Citizens, beware!
Greetings.
What do you have on offer? Farewell.
Good luck.
Charge!
Salvares's blood boiled so hot, he burst the vessel.
I've got a drink! Time for a drink!
That cut. Scars.
Reginald Audrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now. Available from me.
How is everyone? Achoo!
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it?
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall. We mean to strike here, through the main gate.
How many men defend?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for Also, Roderick recently took in a band...
Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the... I'll vault over the wall as soon as you...
Your plan puts you at great risk.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Kill him!
Roderick sent him to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
I see no ducals along the road. They must not be guarding it. Roderick was right. We can flee. We'll manage.
Faster! Load those crates on the wagon! Hurry with those crates! But be careful!
Someone's
if
here.
you drop
They've
any...
breached the back wall.
Come on! Kill him! Onward! No mercy! Sound him! Sound and kill! Go on, lads! Beat the bum butcher! Sound him! Sound and kick! I'm
Shut up. Not good.
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they? Where are they now? There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course.
And a whole pile of trouble along...
Packing!
Where is she?
Yes.
Where's the hostage?
What? I know nothing about a... What? What?
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
What is happening? How many? There are too many! You cannot stop them! These ones! Kill the Shitmeister! I will tear you to shreds! You will die, you little strunza! I will tear you to shreds!
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
The Ten Harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
Get into the keep. They shall pay for everything!
We thought you could use our help, so...
Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
Renna! Are you hurt? If any of them...
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister.
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Giving you one chance to tell.
I've nothing to tell.
Witcher, what is...
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Renna's not her real name. This is Sienna. And Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Centrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Centrian led us to her. caught him later stealing a jewel Sian had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
If you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Seems you've got some left.
It's the least I can do.
Well...
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution.
Vampires or no vampires?
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into?
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot... Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
Roderick got duped and used.
Apropos, were you able to...
We've discovered Sienna blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to full...
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Sienna's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must...
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Dettlaff.
Same who so recently sat at... Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorg? Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up...
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more
Do you think Her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Doubt it. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially when threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Detlav's actions were highly...
Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to whenever you'd rather not talk about something.
Observant of you. So let's change the subject.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlaf?
We're working to find that out, Your Grace.
Do you take me for a fool?
I wouldn't dare.
I care not one whit what you have worked on, are working on, or shall work on. I'm interested in results, which thus far have been nil. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the Bachu to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing. I've begun to suspect my bee...
Allow me to point out certain subtle but essential differences between a higher vampire and a fox, or game in general.
Truly. Like the ones between a pathetic quip and a treasonous offense. Watch your words, Witcher. But to the matter at hand.
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlaf, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
Your Grace!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but... so...
Damn it.
If it's war this Detlaf wants, it's war he shall have.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its rick, not in jail.
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Detlef was not making idle threats.
Seems not. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlef out. A way you...
Is that how I put it? Do forgive me, and I've misled you terribly.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlef out. Force him to meet. Please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to
Think Detlef still...
I believe he suspects something.
And for that, he's declared war on...
What can I say? Moderation was...
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to...
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlef is not...
So say I agree to this.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her...
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to...
Got serious reservations about this plan.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like...
There, you see?
I trust I've dispelled your doubt.
Not so fast. How would I go about luring Detlef out of hiding?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen. Ancient and powerful vampire.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but...
So this unseen elder...
We must find him first.
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say...
I don't know. You'll have to...
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta get...
You know what I would opt for? Should we free Siana and arrange...
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta...
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your...
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so.
Crazy as the plan seems.
You won't make me beg.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a...
Of course. Many... Hurry. Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
Do you think so? He seemed battle-hardened. More than a few scraps under his belt.
Against humans, not monsters. Lesser vampires would heed a higher vampire's calling commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how'd Detlef sick them on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his orders. They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down, until he dies.
information, ran.
That scent. It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go. Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry. Each moment's delay means another death.
Fell on his face, struck in the back, tried to run.
They must have realized they could not hold this position.
Hope they found a corner to hide in. Won't be anyone to talk to if not. Must be in the bank, barricaded themselves inside.
You must manage alone.
You killed it. Single-handedly. That harlot's brood slaughtered half my unit.
I see the harlot's brood came close to slaughtering you as well.
Need to withdraw. You and your men. Now.
My duty lies with the city.
Won't help the city by leading your men to the slaughter. Damien.
Men, tend to the wounded and prepare to march out.
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what you want to use against vampires. Keep an eye out for Albs and Bruxay. The shapely ones resemble women. There one moment.
Thank you, Witcher. I hope you're...
Got a different plan.
And what would that be?
All I can say just now.
You know the Duchess's decision.
We know it, but we do not agree with it.
You've that luxury.
Folk are dying. Many...
If her grace learns I helped you...
And ours will follow right after it. Yet still we are prepared. I fear we waste our time here.
Wait. When last...
Playroom? As in...
I've served in the Ducal Palace for years.
Playroom? So what, Duchess Lo...
Honestly, I've no clue.
Got it. I'll look in.
And you've our gratitude. You helped us a great deal.
I helped Beauclair.
Let's go, Regis. course. Regis, rather not have a fist fight with his door. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Thanks. Something inside? Nope, empty. Well, well. A key tucked behind a picture. Miniature tableware. And plush toys. Wooden duck. Somebody broke its wings off. Nice tune.
Rocking horse. Rather worn. I suppose it got a lot of use.
What the? Found a notebook. Property of Isabelle de Roquefort.
I'm not sure it will help, but I suppose there's no harm in leafing through them.
Sienna gave me a drawing today.
Charming.
Of freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood.
Perhaps not so much.
I asked her why ever she would draw such a thing. Her Highness claimed it was a rendering of nightmares which have plagued her for as long as she can remember. Sienna does wake up screaming nearly every night, save when she shares a bed with Henrietta. Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible... The girls quarreled today. I must note rather sadly they did... Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. Sienna gave back as good as she'd gotten. By the time I separated them, Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Sienna and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Henrietta...
Once you're labeled a black...
Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of 1,000 fables. We spent... First we played with Thumbelina, then with Barbarossa, who proved quite the charmer for...
I'm beginning to suspect Isabelle de Roquefort wrote in her diary after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis rudularis, for instance, or...
Shh, don't interrupt. I tip my cap to Master Artorius Vigo for his achievement. He has proved he has no equal...
Wait, Artorius was the court mage here, a specialist in illusions, which means...
Regis, last warning. Stop. The girls told me if I ever wish to visit alone, I need but crack open the land of 1,000 fables and utter out loud...
A book as the key to a...
Mages sent by the Conclave arrived. I cannot know what conclusions they drew, but his great...
Curse of the Black Sun.
Or had that label planted on her. He did not reply. I tutored the girl. Sienna applies herself so, though she has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a blood accuser. She and Sienna laughed so hard they... Blooder is dead.
In the melodious tongue of our none-too-friendly neighbors to the south, the word describes the many-petaled flower that...
Realize this might...
Not impossible. She would be safe there, and isolated.
Where's that book? This it? Let's see. Expecto ludum. Regis? Regis! Land of 1,000 fables. Incredible. Eye of Nehelening's going wild. Whole land's an illusion. It's so powerful there's no way to dispel it.
Let him out!
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread. Now it's my turn to gobble him. Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross.
Then you open it.
Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. Just as soon as I catch you.
Cannot possibly fear if you magically cross.
hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. Oh, you've heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
Breathe easy.
Jack knows what I mean, so he'll tell me where the beans...
Sienna, I'm sorry.
No. Something tells me you're lying.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over, so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy...
He had better know, because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoot. Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
Came to free you.
Nice of you, but awake...
You might not. Bound to...
Mm-hmm. Yet
It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up...
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg me? Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not... Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Curse of the Blacks.
Mm-hmm. Twisted princesses, mute...
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Creighton. She was cruel, that's certain.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but... When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's...
Like you said, they had their orders.
Mm-hmm. But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Ulak had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me...
This place...
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna Henrietta and I would come here to play...
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale...
So...
Certainly. There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just a little.
Jack climbed a gigantic
as we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans.
Stock won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear... Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right. So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre. which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in the Fable Sphere. We can stay here a week, yet outside mere minutes will have passed. Watch out! Pixies! I shall butcher you!
Not the friendliest. These I've met.
They were put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders, meaning you. Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one. Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
No ropes here. None at all. This is grand. I'm alright. Not in any danger.
That's lost. Lost. They're going to rip them in six. And fierce.
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you.
Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said...
I don't know anything.
This'll be interesting. Let's say for a minute you know.
For certain, no one swallowed it.
Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it?
A human. The most... Everyone!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the...
I've heard it lies about somewhere.
Just like that? No.
Nobody. Help! Wolf!
Yellow bean.
It's somewhere.
And who has it?
A bold farmhand. Good folk!
Say that word one more time and I'll...
All right, we should...
Watch out, folk!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other... It's just a few. Red Riding Hood.
Incredible. You must have loved this place.
First. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine. That sort of thing. Yes. He sleeps to this day. Faster! Come on, you... Know what? They need names. I'll call mine... Anise.
Call mine Roach.
Roach? Are you serious? Ugh.
3 bears.
3 stools, 3 beds, 3 bowls.
One a bit too big, the other too small, the third just right. Blonde curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Hard to say anything.
She got what she deserved, as I see it. Always took what she wanted without asking.
No being here. Gotta keep looking. Hello? Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear to... Oh, Sienna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot...
You could always have a drink.
Oh, what? Now?
You know what they say.
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to...
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished.
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than...
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks, and drowned me in the river. So once you could now answer at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation.
Wolf's
surprised? Think about it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chop.
All right. Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg. Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Let's go see the big...
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem.
What?
But, Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you is, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you is, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you is, my dear.
Come on.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean?
Mm-hmm. Bottle caps, fake teeth, the corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Well then, one...
What?
I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see.
Yes, and the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them.
Should have stayed there.
Perhaps. Perhaps. But you know what? They're...
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping great.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that.
Right.
This Longlock's tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remember.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck. Would have stumped to climb all that way for nothing.
So?
Got the beam, but Longlocks.
Can you blame her? Men these days don't easy.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I knew. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as...
So there came a day...
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned, or I'll burn all...
Got a history with Detlef now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he... It's time to go. Watch out! Pixies! The 3 little pig's homes. But you know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
Mm-hmm. One being lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it. Witcher huffed and puffed?
It cannot be.
What can I...
You actually...
Stunted a bit.
Well, well. Aren't you full of surprises?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty...
But here we are chatting away. The beans won't plant them. Now we must plant them by the path near Longlock's tower. Then prepare to meet the giant. So, do you like it here?
No. Got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Care for a cigarilla? A bit of
Remind me.
salt flints when I was a lass. But no one bought them, so I branched...
Nothing. We just want to get out.
Sweet cheeks. 2 puff.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes?
The ribbon.
There's not much to explain. I got it from a Turius
But it means a lot to...
How should I put this? And the ribbon reminds me of the...
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere,
Give Sienna the ribbon.
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit.
What if I asked you not...
Ask me nicely and I might play.
All right.
Don't get your hopes up. You're good at this.
right? Tell me.
What?
What you want in return. You're not doing...
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
Stunning, are they not? My new robes absolutely stunning.
This is the spot. Pull out the beans. Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Incredible.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with...
fairy tale creature. That was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor, getting close to the...
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
That so? How? Plan to use me like you did Detloff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place.
Just gonna go our separate ways? No parting words?
Did you wish to tell me something?
Actually, that'd probably be best.
Oh my. No woman's ever treated.
Not that I recall, no.
In that case, at last you felt what so many women in this world feel at times.
I just hope this tale has a happy ending. For me, for you, for everyone.
That may very well depend on you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing beyond what you heard. For now. Come. The exit's this way.
Will-o'-the-wisp. Like it's got something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal line?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. And I regret nothing. One lives but once. Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
it a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this. Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Declan ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting it.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for...
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Deadloff will be...
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Deadloff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled with her!
didn't plan anything.
Silence!
to me. Begone.
I can't let...
I insist.
My, what a smashing ensemble.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of... But one must have a modicum of taste to
Usually wear something different. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it.
Now, all that being as it... The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful.
Hardly. It's the tone I ever... Besides, I've known...
Why not?
Because...
Count on it. Serum.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep...
Mean you suddenly believe the five...
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives. Sienna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a fifth.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the set.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the set. He was the one to pass the vic...
All in all, why not check...
I am done, yes. Or, if you will first...
Promise to be careful.
It's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for us.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again?
Guess they could use a spit.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend.
Clean boots, clean soap.
Man in the frock coat.
Why, of course.
If you're about to tell me this... How'd you get those...
Beggars brought...
Why didn't you...
You didn't ask about
Beggars.
Why, 4?
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count.
Remember anything else?
What? Come now. It was dip. Oh,
Kid, my patience is... Where'd they get the letter?
I don't know.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, but you must focus now and tell us all you know.
Well, at the shelter.
Where's that?
Everyone knows.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
You've to move your little chemical sweat, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth. You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. Gentlemen, calm, please. Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds. Scram!
Decent folk, you meant?
Why?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois?
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute.
Come now, attack. Try me. All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk. I do not oppose going elsewhere.
Need some information.
The boot black. A feisty lad.
Any of your,
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, you can question them here.
Thanks.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve this soup. This...
Recently, 4 of you delivered seed.
Does anyone know what...
Why should I squeak? We were all told...
You can tell me,
I got one too. Get...
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over.
But I was to deliver it personally.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest.
Oh.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave.
Duchess was to be Deadlock's last.
Indeed.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get... obscured the victim's links to Sienna, even as she had the...
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have quite... She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions.
Why would Sienna murder her own sister?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully.
Talk to you? Some philosophers think... I believe you mentioned...
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded... Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Met.
Besides, I vastly prefer the company the simple mug of...
So, said straight up.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind.
She treated Dettlaff cruelly.
Caused his death in the end, and now this, atop all that,